stakeholders panels to merge and to see how they can agree on some common trends, common objectives, and also maybe diverge on others. So this is our role, not to be consensual, not to be ecumenic, as we say, but to try to find ways on which we can work together and maybe some controversial visions. This is the role of UNESCO. And we will finish the Wednesday, but why I've decided to call the Voices of the Future. And the Voices of the Future will be young people who have delivered their voice for the future. You know, young researchers, young students, but not only young students, those who come to, as Dirk said, lifelong learning. And we will have a voice of somebody who said, this is why I come back to university or to higher education, because I need that, and this is my message. Voice of the future. And also the voice of a young person who has not yet attended university, and we will say from his high school perspective why university and higher education could be interesting. The Voices of the Future, to finish with a fresh message for the future for those who have something maybe more original and interesting to say. So the closing primary. So special events and future, then the e-forum on the conference website, and Suzanne D'Antoni knows better than me this e-forum. This was an idea to create before the conference a strong interaction between all these actors, partners, stakeholders. And the e-forum is, I can say, Suzanne, you can correct me, but I think it's already a success because people feel that they belong to this process before the World Conference. And the e-forum will continue after the conference to adapt, to correct, to improve, and to create a permanent dynamics, interactive dynamics around higher education and research, and UNESCO with all its partners as ICDE, I have to go fast, etc. And we have a lot of activities. We have also the 9th of July, an education leader forum with Microsoft, which will be held at Institut Pasteur, innovation in technology, ICT's innovation in research and biology, and also to conclude. And we will have also expected outcomes. After that, expected outcomes. Okay, you can read it. It's not necessary. Next slide, please. Okay. And you will see new commitments, etc. Action plan for Africa. We have launched a task force for Africa composed of Africans, with ADEA, AU, African Union, African Association of University, African Development Bank, the World Bank part for Africa, etc. And we are working already, not towards the conference, but beyond the conference. So, and you have, next slide, just to be quick, you will see. This is disponible. I think you can have a look, and we have a website for the World Conference on which you will get all these activities. I would like to stop about this presentation and to conclude with a personal anecdote. You mentioned creativity. Creativity, and I would add also the notion of emotion. The role of going to university is not only to get how do we say, to get a good training, good qualification. It's to develop your personal capacity to develop, and the role of universities and higher education institutions, how to develop creativity. And also, human life is made of emotion. We need to meet with the people. We need to discuss with those people, to have an interactive. Human life is not only done of receiving information, receiving knowledge. When you go to the opera, it's different when you look at the opera on your screen or your TV screen for DVD. So I think that we have to keep also the emotional dimension of higher education and teaching. And when I was 18, and I finish with that, 40 years ago, I had the privilege to meet with a creator, a high creator of the old times. And he learned that I was beginning my mathematical mission, you know, I've decided to do mathematics, and he took me in affection, and he decided to have discussion with me. And he said, George, as a mathematician, you need an institution to protect you, to promote your creativity, to develop your creativity, and which will help you to find your place in the knowledge society. He didn't call it the knowledge society, and through emotion, through promotion, through encouragement, you need this institution. He said, myself, as an artist, I will tell you his name to conclude, I think university would have destroyed my creativity in my part. This man was a painter, so I give you some clues, 40 years ago. He said, if I had attended university, I don't think I would have done what I have done in my life and developed my capacity. But you as a mathematician, who is interested by a young, talented mathematician? Surely not girls. No, girls are not interested. But you need an institution which protects you, which promotes you, and which gives you the capacity to express your emotions, and through your emotions, through your intelligence, your creativity and your dimension. And said the role of university at this time, OERs, ICTs were not on the agenda. He said the role of the university is to give you this capacity and to give you this chance to meet with others, to meet with professors, to meet with researchers, which will attract you and which will seduce you to continue your work. And I've never heard something more relevant, even today, and this man was Picasso. Thank you.